head for Erin. Thank you so much. Now, we know only too well how devastating the flu season has been for humans, but this morning the RSPCA is warning pet owners that animals are also vulnerable to the flu. It's urging cat owners in particular to protect their feline friends from the cat flu. Keeping them warm and dry indoors is the easiest way to ensure that they're safe from the illness, which is caused by an infection from one of two viruses. And while the viruses are contagious among cats, thankfully they can't be passed on to us. Well, joining us this morning is Dr Leigh Davidson from Your Vet Online, along with her good friend Ginger, who's very gorgeous. We're talking about cats first, as long as you don't mind, Ginger. Yeah. How do we tell if our cat's got the flu? Is it the same as a human would be?
It's very similar, actually. So most cats begin being a little bit dull, depressed, and then the main symptom that we often see is actually them sneezing, and then they get a really snotty nose, and when that happens, they may go off their food. Actually, the other thing that I'd love people to recognise also is conjunctivitis. They sometimes get that, and when that gets too bad, it can cause ulcers.
Oh, you don't like hearing about that, do you, Ginger? I don't blame you. Yeah, I think Ginger can see himself in the monitor. Maybe we should turn that TV screen around so he can see himself.
Come over this way.
Yeah, there you go. Now, if a cat spends lots of time outdoors in particular, I mean, because obviously they're getting it from other cats, that's when they should get an immunisation. Is that right? And does an indoor cat need to have an immunisation?
Look, it's one of those things where cats get the virus from other cats. So if your cat is staying at home and they're never having any other cats enter the property, then absolutely they probably don't need to have a vaccination. However, if they go into catteries or you're a foster carer, then yes, you may actually benefit from vaccination, and that is 2 vaccines as a kitten and then 1 every year.
Yep, okay. It's so funny. Ginger keeps on growling anytime a cat or himself appears in the screen. And now, Ginger, it's your turn. We're going to talk about you now. Now, Ginger doesn't look like he has any problems with obesity, but we know that that is really a massive problem for lots of pets.
Absolutely, and so many pets, the thing about obesity is it actually leads on to many diseases. So you might get things like arthritis, some of our brachycephalic breeds will then get airway problems, diabetes in cats. Yeah, so it can be quite bad. And
sometimes it's not that easy to tell if there's a weight issue.
Yeah.
So how do we tell?
Okay, so most vets will recommend that we actually work on a body condition score rather than using the scales. Right. And one of the best ways that I like to do this is to actually feel the back of your hand as one thing. So we want to...
Got the back of my hand, ready?
Yeah, so I want you to feel your knuckles. Can you feel your knuckles? Yep. Now, when you touch his chest area, if you can feel the same sort of feeling that you can feel across your knuckles, then that is a good sign that they are actually of a good weight.
Ginger's really having a big reaction to that cat. That you just... Is there an issue with that, Ginge? Yeah, obviously.
Obviously. The other way is actually to look down from top, and then we want to make sure they've got a nice hourglass shape. Yep. And we do,
which Ginger does.
He does.
Coming out and then in.
Yes, we definitely want that.
We don't mean to objectify you.
No. And looking from the side, we want to see that they actually have that little bit of a tuck up, so they don't have that big paunch down the, a big belly down the bottom.
Okay, that's particularly with dogs?
That's dogs, yes. Because with cats, they actually can sometimes have a big fat pad under there called the primordial pouch, and that's actually normal. So with cats, you definitely want to make sure that you're seeing a nice hourglass shape. And he just
that's because he can see himself.
Don't look at yourself.
Don't look. I feel like that when I look in the mirror sometimes too, Rocket, or look at myself in that monitor. Don't blame me, but look at you. You're a stunner with an hourglass figure.
You're gonna sit.
Go, Rocket.
Can you do a high five? Can we do a high five? Do a high five. Come on.
I'm not a performing singer.
No, he's not going to do it.
Come on, looking at himself. Leigh, thank you very much. Great. We'll put all the details on our website.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Thanks,
Rocket. Well done.
Rocket.
It looks exactly like my best friend's dog called Rocket. Ginge. Identical. Turning it around to Rocket.
I know. Good new name.
Okay, Matt.
You're quite the dog whisperer there, Mon. Thank you very much. The days of